Breaking news in Grand Prairie, where authorities say they have found a woman's body. This is near Prairie Oak and Kingswood Boulevard. Investigators were on that scene gathering evidence until early this morning. Tiffany Liou is live there. Tiffany, it's a busy scene overnight. Things have calmed down for now, but it's certainly a chilling discovery.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. You know, the scene is clear now, but it was in this wooded area behind me that they found the woman's body. And as you mentioned, police and investigators, they were out here all late last night into early this morning. They were collecting evidence, and we saw the Collin County Sheriff's Office, the Texas Rangers, the Grand Prairie Police Department all out here working. It was an extremely active scene here in Grand Prairie. They were searching with lamps, shovels, buckets, and even a tarp. And our crews last night actually saw a body being pulled out of a shallow grave in this wooded area. Now, the biggest question this morning is whether this is 33-year-old Kayla Kelley or not. Police have not confirmed the identity, but we are less than 1 mile away from the home of her accused kidnapper. At this point, the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office is on the case, and they will be identifying the remains. And a neighbor tells us she's been following this story and couldn't believe this was happening near her home.
This is very frightening that I was following this story since it happened, and for the finish line to be, you know, just right here in my front door, it's very frightening, and it's just seemed unreal.
Now, again, investigators have not confirmed if this is Kelley or not. Of course, we're going to be staying on any updates that we get this morning. For now, I do want to send it over to my colleague, Chris Sadeghi, and he has more on the background of Kelley's case. Chris?
Well, Tiffany, as you mentioned, you are less than a mile away from the home of the man charged in Kayla Kelley's kidnapping, and a recently released arrest warrant details the relationship between the two and also what was happening in the days leading up to Kelley's disappearance. According to the court documents filed in Collin County, Kelley and Ocaster Ferguson were in a relationship, and Kelley called him her boyfriend, although she referred to him by the name of Kevin. This information came from interviewing those close to Kelley. The document goes on to say she recently found out that Kevin was married and she intended to blackmail him. It was just 1 day later, investigators found Ferguson's car at Kelley's apartment in McKinney and found Kelley's car on an abandoned dirt road in Frisco where someone had set it on fire, but gloves, duct tape, and a blanket were found inside.
A possible victim's vehicle that has been burned like this. In the vast majority of cases, that is an attempt by a suspect to destroy evidence, whether biological evidence, electronic.
Also in the court document, it says Kelley's cell phone pinged in the area of Ferguson's work in Dallas shortly before she was reported missing, and that toll records show her car driving north on the Dallas North Tollway in Frisco at El Dorado. So that gives investigators a path to look at any possible surveillance cameras that may be along that stretch, Mark.
Yeah, now we know that Ferguson is charged with kidnapping so far. If these remains are determined to be Kelley's, you expect those charges would change?
Well, they would have to put the case together. That's why they want to collect all the evidence as a part of the criminal case, and the investigators want to make sure that they build the case correctly, that everything's legal, and for a court case, that nothing gets thrown out. If they determine that that evidence did play a part in her death, then yes, you certainly would suspect those charges from kidnapping would be upgraded. Thanks for the updates this morning. We'll keep you posted, of course, on air and online. You can find that full timeline of Kayla Kelley's disappearance on our website. WFAA.com is where you can find it. Our coverage on the story will continue at 5:30.